What's up, everybody? So somebody was asking me the other day about my opinion on a single family house versus a condo and what I felt was a better investment. And I can do a very long video about this, but I'm going to try to make it as quick as I can and just kind of be general about it. I would go single family house over a condominium right now all day long because we have so much inventory right now with condominiums. And I'm not just talking about on the barrier islands, but I'm talking about inland too. I would do single family house. Just because we have so much inventory. And the reason why we have so much inventory is because people are selling because these HOA dues are going up. Not just insurance related. Of course, the insurance costs have gone up, which has already caused a spike in HOA dues, but also now we have this structural inspection that's going to be necessary on most of these buildings on the barrier islands because most of these buildings are over 50 years old, and they have to undergo what's called a milestone inspection. And what that means is they have to do like a structural inspection and test the integrity of the building. And in most cases, these buildings haven't been properly maintained. And now, it's time to pay the piper, and they've got to do, by law, because of what happened in Miami a few years back, they have to do this milestone inspection, which is causing everybody to have to pay more, not just in terms of HOA dues going up, but also they're hitting everybody with these special assessments in order to pay for these repairs. These repairs aren't going to be cheap either. I mean, there's several $1 million spread out among all the owners over here, but it's not cheap. And I'm going to just turn the camera around and show you, kind of what I'm talking. So I'm on North Siesta Key right now, and you can see this is the North Tower of Whispering Sands, and you can see like how significant of an operation we have going on here with these repairs. They've already done the South Tower, that's all complete, but now they're doing the North Tower, and that's not going to be cheap, guys. So it's not just Whispering Sands that has to undergo these repairs. It's probably 90% of these buildings on the barrier islands have to do this, and I think that's why people are selling, and that's why we have so much inventory on condos. So I would go single family house all day long over a condominium. Of course, you've still got the higher insurance cost, but the higher insurance cost, it's all relative depending on how just different things like how old the roof is, whether or not the house has impact sliders and glass, whether or not the house is elevated or how high above sea level it is, and how if it's a newer house. I guess a lot of newer houses are generally cheaper on insurance too, but that's just my opinion. But I would caution anybody right now of getting involved in a condominium unless you can get a really good deal on it, because we've got so much inventory right now, and these places are not, most of them are not selling right away. I think as a buyer, if you did want to buy a condo and you're okay with tolerating the inevitable increases in these costs to own them, I think I still think you can get a good deal. But if you're concerned at all about investment and long-term appreciation, I would go single family over condo all day long. So hope that gave you guys some insight, and as always, have an awesome day. God bless.